when talking about machine surveillance. What is it exactly? There's several methods for machine surveillance. One method is to look in the future. In predictive maintenance, we try to estimate the timing when the machine or the mechanical parts fail. Another part is preventive maintenance. In preventive maintenance, we use the data from the manufacturer when we have to replace a certain mechanical part after a certain time. And the solution that I want to show you today is for reactive maintenance. This is when the machine stops, but it's an unwanted downtime. So that means you don't plan this downtime, and this is the case where basically the most cost is being created. My name is Daniel Sperlich. I'm working for Mitsubishi Electric, and I'm the Strategic Product Manager for Controllers in the EMEA region. And today I want to show you a nice solution for machine surveillance. With the growing complexity of your machines, also the points of failure is increasing. So one very important point is to know when your mechanical parts will fail, when you have to replace them, when you have to do a maintenance, but also what to do when there is an unwanted downtime. The machine is already stopped. The error has occurred and time is of the essence. You have to get the machine running as fast as possible, because every minute that the machine is stopped, you're losing money. And even in highly optimized machines, it is very important to have surveillance tools ready. I want you to think about a situation in the past in your factory. Has there been a breakdown that you did not plan? Maybe also some product where the quality was not sufficient enough. And could you solve the problem yourself, or did you have some external help from experts who know or built the machine? So what do? Normally you're right in front of your machine. You open the cabinet or you look at the product, maybe some process that stopped. Can you see the end product, which has like a difference in quality? Then you have the first hint already to start your investigation. What could be the cause? That might be very simple in small machines, for example. But the more complex they become, the more difficult it is.
Currently, when an error arises, the recourse often lies in a mere reset. Yet the uncertainty of when the fault might recur remains a looming concern. Maintenance technicians cannot be present 24/7 waiting for the next one to happen. Repetitive errors of various origins may lead to increased downtime, which has a bad influence over productivity. Fixing troubles ad hoc may solve the problem in the short term, but that doesn't mean the problem goes away. Wouldn't it be great to be able to understand the root cause of these errors?
And especially errors that happen occasionally. They are very difficult to find out, because as soon as you want to replicate this error, it doesn't happen anymore. So, wouldn't it be great to go back in time and have the eyes, the ears and the brain connected? And what do I mean by eyes, ears and brain? The eyes is the camera you install in your machine that focuses onto the product, onto the critical process. The ears, that is the data, all the sensor data from your machine. And the brain, that's the PLC that combines everything together. And with that in place, you can go back in time virtually and see where this error happened and have a great look at it virtually.
Hi everyone. Do you ever wonder what actually happens on your production line when something goes wrong? If so, today I'll show you a solution that won't just satisfy your curiosity, but will also significantly improve your production process. At Mitsubishi Electric, we know exactly how important it is to know every single detail about your production process. That's why we developed a system that records your manufacturing process on video.
Thanks, Tom, but before we move on, let me elaborate on this a little bit. There are two ways to record an error, either predefining it within the system or initiating recording by pressing the designated button to acquire footage linked to the error incident. Camera placement are not restricted to static positions. They can move or drift around specific parts of the shop floor, and when an error occurs, they will automatically focus on the pertinent region and capture relevant footage. But does it entail the need to run through hours of footage in order to understand what happened?
You can then compare this video feed with your machine's code at any given moment. For instance, when a robot unexpectedly makes a mistake, the system will automatically pick up this mistake and will save the 40 seconds of footage prior to the event and 5 seconds of footage after the event.
Okay, Tom, but what if an error occurs, but it is barely or non-visible in the recordings? How can such video feeds generate value? On one hand, you have the right video clip at your fingertips. On the other, you have massive amounts of structured or unstructured data that can let you find out what went wrong. Is manual analysis inevitable?
The system will show you exactly where and when the problem occurred on your screen, so you don't need to waste valuable time looking for it through countless lines of code.
On top of that, you can take advantage of features such as camera control, video footage analysis dashboard that allows you to place markers, as well as a broader system that signals where exactly the error has occurred. When linked to a larger environment, the system allows to examine what occurred in a specific fraction of a second on the PLC. Thanks to this, the maintenance department has the essential data and may react swiftly. Sometimes issues might arise from the camera, and at other times from the program sequence. However, it's worth having insights into both of these views. It might turn out that at a certain point, an algorithm contains an error, which could lead to other malfunctions or faulty behaviors.
Thanks to the use of cloud technology, not only do you receive instant notifications about an issue, but you can also check all the data and recorded video footage of that fault on any device around the world.
Machine surveillance by Mitsubishi Electric really makes your life easier. The implementation of the system is fairly easy, as it involves only setting the camera, setting module parameters such as, for example, data storage destination, and figuring out data storage settings. Then the camera recorder module records and stores the device data and video images of the trouble. It doesn't mean you have to stop the equipment. You can just reset the error and analyze the cause later by reproducing the trouble on your PC and identify its cause right from your office. Alternatively, when somebody's in the vicinity of the equipment and an error occurs, an alarm button can be used to record the footage. Voila! The change has been implemented, and from now on, nothing will get out of your sight.
And how do you benefit from using the system recorder? Well, from the point of an end user, the advantages are clearly visible. If you can fix your machine as fast as possible and reduce the cause that, for example, drops the quality of your product, that keeps your OEE as high as possible, even if it's unwanted downtime. If you give your experts the tools to reduce the time until they can react when there's a downtime of the machine, they can basically check the video footage, and because it's synchronized with the data, they can go back in time where the incident occurred, and that is possible from anywhere in the world. By utilizing the camera footage, you feel as if you're right in front of the machine looking at the process. You can also use the system recorder to save all the data, that means the video and also the PLC data of the process for your database. So if you have to save the data, for example, for 10 to 15 years, you can also save all the data for your documentation. That means the video footage and the PLC data can be used later on in case there is a claim or you need to create some report. For you as an OEM, there's also a great chance to create an additional revenue stream by providing fast 24/7 technical support. You can connect to the customer machine or get the customer data directly via email and start helping the customer right away. It also means faster commissioning time or prototyping time. Especially in the beginning of the machine, there's many minor incidents or minor errors, and the system recorder can be also of great use here. And because the system recorder is plug and play, there is no programming required. It is seemingly connected to all our Mitsubishi FA products, and simply by a few clicks you can set up the system and it's ready to go. And of course, you can also use PLCs from different vendors and use the system recorder as a black box. And again, no matter where your experts are in the world, they can start troubleshooting right away without any compromise by utilizing the video camera footage with the synchronized data and have the feeling to be right in front of the machine and the process.